I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Finally, The Rock has come back. I hate this idea that you're the best.
And if you're not down with that, we got two words for ya!
I'm the best in the world.
I fight at WrestleMania for the very, very small percentage of people that walk this planet and say I am proud to be, I'm sorry, a professional wrestler.
Oops, I'm breaking the fourth wall.
It's the podcast of the Immortals with your hosts, Matt Bush and Jimmy Bellamy.
No, I'm not singing. Stop it. I'd rather have you touch me at this point.
The Nickelback didn't Nickelback marry Avril Lavigne?
He did. Did you just say did Nickelback marry Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Chad Kroeger?
No, I think it was a whole band.
Oh.
Sum 41 used to be married to her.
Derek Whibley?
No, Sum 41.
Derek Whibley?
Yes. Have you seen Sum 41 lately?
The band?
You know who I'm talking... When I say who...
The lead singer?
The lead singer.
Derek Whibley?
Mr. Sum 41.
Maybe within like the last year. Not in person, but a photograph of him. Look at this photograph.
I want to say that he doesn't look very good.
He's never really looked good.
No, I mean, he looks like life is cut up to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't make me Google that. I don't want to. I don't care.
What's his name?
Derek Whibley?
Derek?
Yeah.
I'll look it up for you.
And I think it's like he might spell it like Derek Williams. Derrick.
Oh, it is? Derryck.
Oh, it's Der. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That can't be current. Is that current?
I think it's pretty current. Kind of looks like Jack Osborne.
Yeah, he kind of does. Either that or he got stung by a bee or has a peanut allergy he's not aware of.
That he's about to be aware of.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Or he looks like... I don't know what he looks like. Oh, that's so sad. Hopefully he'll get better.
What's wrong? I mean, it's not like there's some kind of terminal illness.
Well, no, I mean, like he's had issues with drugs, and I think
really?
when people get off of drugs, is that from The Incredibles?
Yeah, that's I forget his name.
Well, you should forget his name. You're not 12.
Yeah.
Who's the kid who plays him though?
Huh?
Who plays that guy? Derek Whibley.
Jason Lee.
Is it? Yeah, it is Jason Lee.
Yeah, from The Incredibles.
Oh man, poor Derek Whibley. Holy cow! Is that really recent?
It's got to be.
I mean, this is awful.
Yeah.
He's not doing himself any favors with that hair.
He is again.
Jeez.
Looks pretty legit.
Oh, man, that's sad.
I can't... What was that one song they had?
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Holy balls. I love that song. What was it called? Don't tell me. What was that song called? I'm going to find it right here.
Just type in Sum 41's only song.
Well, no, that was not their only song. You take that back. Take that back.
I didn't know I was sitting in a room with a Sum 41.
Look, I had a lot of Sum 41 songs that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Fat Lip.
Yeah, there it is.
But they had a lot. They had this.
Oh, that was them.
And then they also had the song that sounded like that Coldplay Scientist song.
Yeah.
So here, this is the best thing. We promise we'll get to wrestling, but we've got pieces from Sum 41.
Yeah.
Keep listening, and then you guys are gonna have your minds blown.
I kind of hear it, I guess. You want to hear a great song, though?
We're listening to a great song.
You want to hear the best song?
Okay, yeah. Do you really like that song?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's really your favorite?
Yeah, it's like my favorite song.
How come? Who sings it?
It's Toto, T-O-T-O.
Very good. I didn't think you'd know that.
From 1982. From the 4 album.
Holy crap, it really is your favorite song.
Yeah.
Here, now listen to this.
This would be my interest music.
So here, listen to this now. Listen to this. Now that I played what I played for you.
Okay.
It gets better.
Running in circles.
Shut up. I just want to get to the next part where your Sum 41 sings. Stop singing.
Don't tell me what to do.
See?
Down in Africa. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. Nice.
Alright, cool.
Now back to the good part. Take a lot to drag me away from you.
Do you sing this as you chop bodies up in your basement?
No, not anymore. Rains down in Africa. That's the rains down now.
Here's the song I'm into right now. This is The Last Dance by the Limousines. Great song.
Cool.
We'll skip ahead. We'll skip ahead a little bit to that.
Cool. Well, this is Podcasting Immortals.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us for
Episode 53.
For that, just I don't know what that was.
It was a music. It was the end of the year music mashup.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Yes.
We're getting a little crazy as we say hello to 2014 in the next couple of weeks. Big things to talk about off the heels of TLC, a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the first of that title. Literally that title, the title by name, and then the physical title. Still rocking the 2 belts. We have some Wrestle news. We have a funny thing we forgot to mention on Sunday night that our dear friend Kyle Scanlon encountered. And that's at Scans the Man on Twitter.
Scans the Man. So
and he is our man.
Ridicule him ad nauseum.
No,
no, it's funny.
I can understand.
Let's just say what it is.
All right, so Kayfabe News, of course, which is my number one source for wrestling news on the web, tweeted as they do. They're great. Their stories are awesome, and their tweets are great. They tweeted that Undertaker would be replaced at WrestleMania 30 with Unico. That the character The Undertaker would still remain, but he would be played. Yeah, Mark Calloway would be played by Unico, since Unico did such a great job filling in as Sin Cara.
Sin Cara. So Kayfabe News is basically the Onion of wrestling news.
Yes,
and they always have really funny stuff, and I really enjoy their stuff. And I just cracked up at that, so I sent it to you. I sent it to Andy, and we posted it on like our Twitter. And
we retweeted it.
Yeah. So Kyle, avid listener and follower of our show, reads this. Apparently, just livid. He believes it's true. He starts sending it to people, saying how mad he is about this, and he can't believe it. So we walk into TLC on Sunday night, and Kyle's there, and he's like, I'm just still shocked about The Undertaker. I'm like, why? What happened? Like, I thought he had a heart attack or something. He's like, no, about how he's being replaced by Hunico? I'm like, dude, that was a joke. He's like, what?
We laugh because we love you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was. It was just so perfect.
and totally unintended. It's not like we were pulling one over on him. We did not mean for that to be taken as real. But still, I wish I would have been there for the moment of the reveal, though. That would have been awesome.
Well, I didn't understand it first. I'm like, what? But then it all clicked, and I had to explain to him what kayfabe news was all about, and the joke behind it, and why it was so funny to me.
I love. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Me too.
A little tired.
Yeah, I'm bushed, as they say, or as they used to say. I think they said that in the 80s. I'm bushed.
Yeah. Well,
you're Bush. You're Matt Bush.
I'm Matt Bush.
You mind if I cut off my callus right now? Would that be gross?
Yeah. We want to wait until the show's over and I'm
okay.
Left.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
You did fart in my room.
I did.
So it'd be payback.
Oh, I got Andy today.
Look at that thing. Look at that callus.
Yeah, that's from running 5 miles a day.
Yeah. Wearing soccer shoes too.
Yeah. Oh wow, you run in soccer shoes?
No. Well, I run in soccer shoes when I play soccer. But yeah. I think that's why my feet get all hacked up. It's from my soccer shoes.
Oh wow. Hey, why don't you get some nice running shoes or something?
Nice running shoes?
Yeah.
I have badass running shoes. Are you serious?
What? Why do you... Oh, I mean... I thought you ran in your soccer shoes.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying from wearing soccer shoes while playing soccer.
Okay, I got you.
They hack up my feet. Yeah, okay. I have 2 sweet pairs of running shoes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I like them.
All right.
Hello.
So we got some wrestling news for you. And this one you are going to like. It involves one of your favorite people in WWE, Antonio Cesaro.
Oh, Tony.
Apparently, WWE's finally been impressed by him, which we've been calling for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And a face turn is imminent.
Oh, is he going to feud with Big Haas?
He could. But I'm excited about it. Obviously, people have been entertained by him, even though he's a heel. They like his spin-a-rooney or whatever they call it, the swing.
Cesaro swing.
Spin-a-rooney is Booker T.
Fight time. You're making me nervous by this. Matt dumped almost an entire glass of water before the show started, and luckily it did not get on any of our obscenely expensive Podcast of the Immortals recording equipment or our precious iPhones. But we did have to do some mop-up, and he grabbed my bath towel, the bath towel that I recently used, to dry my body. My glistening hard body.
155 pound.
152.
Oh, you're down.
Yeah, maybe it's water weight down
that way. Water weight. But not anymore because you're dried.
Yeah, that's on the floor.
Yeah. Where are we going with this?
So what about Uno replacing Undertaker? That's amazing.
No, it's Cesaro as a face. Obviously, they're going to split up Real Americans, which is too bad, but I was watching Raw last night. There's so many tag teams now.
I know.
And it's awesome.
They've got Langston and Henry teaming. And then the Big Show Mysterio thing's funny because if you remember, they had Henry Big Show before Henry got hurt. And that lasted all of like a segment.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying so many tag teams.
Yeah, I love the tag team division right now. It's as strong as it's ever been. So maybe they can afford to lose a couple teams like they lost Tons of Funk.
Yeah.
And now
we don't need you.
Yeah, the split of Real Americans eminent. But I think it's going to be good for both Jack Swagger and Cesaro. They weren't going to win the tag team titles anytime soon. Cesaro obviously has a lot of things going for him, and I think it's time for him to kind of break out and go forward. And I'd like to see him feud with someone like Big E Langston, maybe. For the IC belt, or if he is a face, maybe a Dean Ambrose. I think that would be a good feud for the U.S. title. That U.S. title has been almost forgotten about.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah. And I wonder if it can be on the chopping block, if they'll have Big E go over big time on Ambrose or something, and just unify the belts.
It'd be pretty crazy.
I mean, because really, do they need 2 mid-card belts?
I don't know. I really don't. I need to see how it goes with just the one WWE belt now. And see if they put more emphasis on the US and more emphasis on the IC. Because those could be like show specific, titles.
I guess, but they don't really do that anymore, though.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't split show.
That's true. So yeah, what do you think about Cesaro turning? He's been a heel his whole career.
I think it's a great move because they could use another babyface up there with Bryan and Punk And I don't even really count Cena as that group. As a part of that group, I guess you have to. I think if they do it, they need to make Dolph Ziggler a heel. I'd like to see that. I mean, Big E Langston might get propelled to a new level, but if they keep the Shield members, whether they're together or not, if they keep them heels, although I don't know how you could do that. If they split, I'm sure someone would rise to a level of a babyface. They should have, either way, Cesaro be a babyface because he's gaining in popularity.
Yeah.
He has charisma that he could start using more as a good guy. He's got the moveset. He's strong. I think he'd be a great main event guy, and I could see him do it as a baby.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. Give him more time on the mic too, because he was always decent. But they kind of gave him that weird gimmick, like, I could say one word in 5 different languages. Who cares?
And did you know he really knows 9 languages?
He does, yeah. It's insane.
Impressive.
He's an impressive dude.
So, just to go back to tag teams, here's what we've currently got. We've got Real Americans, Shield, and really the Shield, that's, 3? That could be 3 combinations.
Yeah.
You've got Axel and Ryback, Big Show and Rey Mysterio, the Usos, Code Dust, PTP, Los Matadores, 3MB, which again is another combination of 3 different teams, Big E Langston and Mark Henry. You had Team Hell No earlier this year.
Do you have Mysterio Show on there?
Yeah, I said Show and Ray. And then
do you like that?
And then also you had Rhodes Scholars earlier this year. So I mean that's 2 teams Cody Rhodes was a part of.
True.
So I mean yeah, you're looking good. I mean they're right now actively they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 teams. I mean and that's 2 3-man teams there. And then am I forgetting anyone out of that group? Or is that it?
Do you have Mark Henry and
Big E Henry?
That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, that's
Xavier Woods and
R-Truth, I guess you
R-Truth.
could count them, and of course tons of Funk recently defunct.
Yep.
So if you count
Funkadactyls,
if you count Woods and Truth, that's 12 teams.
Wow.
If you count TOF as well.
Yeah, I remember when they were struggling to put 3 teams.
Yeah.
Out there, and it was embarrassing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Hell No really turned the division around. Made
They
it
did,
relevant again.
and I think you got to give Sandow and Rhodes credit too because they had some great matches with those two.
Yeah,
never had the titles, but they had some good matches.
they did. Wrestle News number 2, WrestleMania 31 obviously has been announced for Santa Clara, San Francisco. We talked about that, but what kind of slipped under the radar was that they also announced WrestleMania 32. They haven't had a big press conference for it yet, but it has been confirmed, according to WrestleZone, for Dallas, Texas. That'll be in 2016. Dallas, Texas, of course, home of the Dallas Cowboys, and that ridiculous, Jerry Jones built palace to football.
So officially, it will be in Arlington, Texas.
Texas,
pretty much Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas Fort Worth area.
That stadium is also well known. It holds a record for the indoor North American attendance record, which used to be held by WWE
Pontiac
WrestleMania 3, Pontiac Silverdome, with over 90,000 people. The official attendance record now is the 2010 NBA All-Star Game at Dallas Stadium, 108,713 people. So I'm sure the WWE is hoping to break that.
You know what's sad about that? That was for a basketball game.
It was.
And a basketball game that didn't count.
Yeah.
Weak.
Yeah. It's better for a wrestling show that doesn't count.
Well, one thing I'm stoked about, though, is that starting with the 2015 Mania in Santa Clara, I'll be making it a regular thing. Mm-hmm. So I plan on going to that, and I plan on going to 32 in Dallas, or Arlington, whatever you want to say. And I've been to that area before. I've been by the stadium, and I enjoyed my time there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going back.
I haven't been to Texas since I lived there. I lived in Austin, 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I lived in Austin.
Did you keep it weird?
I kept it really weird. No, Austin was a lot of fun.
What'd you do there? I had no idea you lived there.
Yeah, I lived there for a summer. I installed home security systems down there.
Really? Mm-hmm. What brought you down there anyway?
The job. Plus I wanted, I quit Blockbuster and I just gotta do something.
Yeah.
And
Blockbuster fell apart once you left. I mean,
it's whole company went under. No, I moved to Dallas, or not Dallas, It was actually Round Rock, just north of Austin. But it was cool. It was like a 20-hour drive. And where I live, I live like a mile off of I-35.
Mm-hmm.
So I got on I-35 and I went south for 20 hours, never left I-35, took a left, and I was a mile off the road in Round Rock. So it was like 2 turns.
Yeah, and it's crazy when you think about
1,200 miles.
Route 66 is a famous route that goes out west, but I-35 north to south. I mean, really, we are at the end of 35.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we're the start. I mean, we're technically the start.
That's I mean, I guess.
And it goes through the Gulf of Mexico.
Right to London, from London Road all the way down.
Yeah.
To the bottom of the U.S. That's pretty crazy to think about.
Yep. So I'm pumped about that announcement. Dallas Stadium is going to be insane for WrestleMania. They had it in Houston for 25, and they had like 70,000 people there, and that was insane. That was a really good. It wasn't the greatest Mania, but it was a good one. Obviously, Undertaker and HBK match was the highlight of that one.
Yeah.
But great crowd for that. You know, Dallas or Texas always kind of has a good crowd, so
they know their wrestling.
Yeah, that'll be good. The old what do they have down there back in the day?
Well, plus it doesn't matter if they know they're wrestling because you're gonna have people from all over.
True,
which is awesome.
True.
What they have back in the day?
The regional. What was the regional down there? The Texas one.
The regional?
Was
for
it
what sport?
NWA or?
Oh, territory.
Yeah.
Oh God! Now you're putting me on the spot.
I can't remember. AWA. I can't remember.
No. AWA was Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the hardcore fans listening are like, "You bleeping idiots." Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
but Texas is well known for their wrestlers. They got HBK,
countless.
Stone Cold, Undertaker. Obviously, you know, lots.
Bradshaw, the Big Texan.
Oh yeah, JBL. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that.
Mark Henry.
Is he from there?
Yeah, Silsbee, Texas.
Nice. Wrestle News number 3, WWE. Apparently their licensed scenes, they've synced them up for all of their TV shows. Total Divas, Main Event, Raw, SmackDown. Is that it?
Do they still have Raw, AM Raw?
I don't know if that I think that's part of the Raw package.
Yeah, I mean, because they just show Raw reruns anyway.
All of their TV deals with all of their cable partners are coming to an end at the same time. They want to do a big package deal and significantly increase their $139.5 million annual contracts.
I bet it'll be billions. Not billions, billion.
They could probably get close. NASCAR did a deal with declining ratings with Fox for over $800 million for like 8 years or something like that. And they have better ratings than NASCAR, and that's going to be their argument. And I think they're probably going to significantly increase that because, I mean, look at NFL. I mean, obviously NFL gets tons more than that, but it's the same key demographic that NFL is shooting for.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do, and maybe we'll have a new home for all of WWE shows.
So they're not going to do their own network and have all of it on there?
They're still shooting for the network.
Okay, because I think in order for that to work, to have every program on its own network, you would have to have the cable and satellite providers have that as part of the package. I don't think they'd get enough people to pay $10 to $15 a month. Mm-hmm. I would, but I don't think you're going to get enough people to do it.
Here's how you get my money for WWE Network. Put it online. Make an app for like the PS3 and just put your back catalog on there.
Like I said, do PS4 now.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what I meant. All the entertainment
Xbox
stuff.
One.
Put old, like, you can stream any episode of Raw. You can stream any episode of anything. You can
ECW,
classic matches.
AWA,
they have
WCW.
all this material that no one's seen in years and years and years, and I would love to be able to go back and watch the Monday Night Wars and just literally watch them, like watch an episode a week. Mm-hmm. It would be awesome to relive it, and just like you always remember the highlights. They show them over and over and over, but you forget about like the little stuff that made it that much enjoyable to watch. I think that would be awesome. You could also have your DVDs on there. Take them off of Netflix. Be your own stream. I think it'd be awesome. You could. just take my money.
And that's the thing. They will do it because it's money that's waiting to be made, and they're not going to just have that content sit.
Yeah.
They'll have to utilize it. It will take time to get all of that into a format where they can actually
big time
give it to people. But they'll do that in time. I think you'll see that, especially as not as we as a culture, but as TV people catch up to its viewers and realize that we live in an on-demand world now, and it's now, and it's also later whenever I want.
Yeah,
that's what it has to be.
I would love it to be able to just sit down and go, I wonder what the first episode of Raw was like, and just literally watch the whole thing. Mm-hmm. That's all I need.
Someday, my friend.
Someday. 1,000 episodes later.
Be a lot of fun.
Excuse me, I'm still sick. I'm sniffling. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're battling right now. Just keep battling.
All right, Dory. Okay, we got to get into Raw, though. That was it for Wrestle News. Raw opens with Triple H and Stephanie, as it's been known to do lately. Oh, my gosh.
You okay there?
Yeah, it's like right here in my esophageal area.
If the sky turns black, it don't matter. Oh boy, do you need to take a minute?
I need to take a poop, I think. No.
All right.
All right. So Triple H and Steph come out. They talk about history and how the unification was so historic and why it was so important. The locker room is on the ramp to witness as Randy Orton enters, walking past both Daniel Bryan and Cena, holding up his titles. He says that the crowd didn't have faith he could win or would win.
Hashtag.
Yeah. He proceeds to rub it into the locker room's face, saying that he's the best, he's the champion of champions, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Cena then apparently has a microphone because he calls him an idiot. Then congratulates him, but reminds him that the championship forces you to put up or shut up every single night, as Stone Cold Steve Austin made famous. Cena says he's not talking about himself, though. He doesn't want his rematch tonight. He wants Orton to face Daniel Bryan, the people's choice. Orton says he doesn't have to listen to anyone when Cena says this, but Stephanie says, oh, you do have to listen to someone, and that's me and Triple H. Steph and Hunter discuss it, and then they announce that the main event tonight will be Randy Orton taking on Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I liked it.
They did not say that last part. It was a non-title match.
I thought it was for the title.
No, because Triple H said that Daniel Bryan didn't deserve it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a non-title match.
Crap.
However, when Cena called him an idiot, I thought it was Jerry Lawler at first.
An idiot.
Because I thought that was Lawler's voice, and I'm like, what now? What is the angle that Lawler... but then it was obviously Cena, so that's my initial, like, for a millisecond, my reaction was that I thought it was Jerry Lawler calling Orton an idiot.
I thought it was a well-done segment.
That was alright.
Yeah, it was a good start to Raw.
The only thing I didn't understand is why the rest of the other than the fact that Orton insulted them, why would, like, the bad guys sitting on the stage care about Daniel Bryan getting a match? So you had a lot of the guys going, yes, and that I didn't get.
Because he's the flying goat, and people love him. Everyone loves Daniel Bryan. It's a weird phenomenon. But the bad wrestlers, like,
I had a problem with this because he didn't have anything phase him from the night before. He wasn't selling any injuries from the Wyatts.
With
although
the Wyatts.
Stephanie did mention later on to Orton that Bryan had lost that match to the Wyatts and that he had been beaten up or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's not like they used that as an excuse during his match with Orton. It just seemed weird to see him standing on the stage right away instead of selling those injuries or at home convalescing.
And where was CM Punk?
I know.
Again.
Yeah. CM Punk, the Wyatts too.
The Wyatts, yeah.
But yeah, Punk not there was they didn't explain it. I thought for sure he was going to come out. And I think I told you on Sunday that I thought Raw was going to start with Orton in the ring and then Punk interrupting. Mm-hmm. But no, they had that separate segment.
Yep. First match of the night, Goldust versus Mysterio.
Oh boy, you're going with that. All right. I'm not calling him Mysterio.
What are you calling him?
Rey Mysterio and Big Show. Big Show and Rey Mysterio.
So Mysterio.
No.
Why?
I'm calling them Brangelina.
Brangelina. Goldust took on Brangelina. Brangelina won with a splash from Big Show's shoulders. I thought that was a cool move because he was actually above the ring post. So, I mean, it added to, like, all right, it probably hurt more, you know, because it was a bigger splash. So I like that. I thought they're a good team. They're kind of like Thunder and Lightning.
Who did he pin? Did he pin Goldust or Cody?
I want to say Goldust.
I think so too. Because I think Goldust was groggy after the match, and they were helping him up.
Yeah, sounds right. I liked the match. I thought it was a really solid one.
Agreed.
I like the new team.
I do too. It is a good combination, and I like watching the Rhodes brothers together. I think it's awesome.
It's like when you had when you have the big brooding running back and then the little quick like Reggie Bush and Brandon Jacobs back in the if they're on the same team.
People could vote for this match. I voted for them to face the Real Americans.
Oh, Mike Allstott and Mark Dunn.
That's a good Tampa. That's a great analogy.
There you go. Yeah. To take on Real Americans?
Yeah, because I wanted the Real Americans to fight Goldust.
Yeah.
But apparently not enough other people wanted it.
My least favorite segment came back. Bad News Barrett.
Why do you not like that?
I don't understand why he's doing it. Why isn't he wrestling?
I love it. He's Bad News Barrett.
He does...
I think it's going to get popular.
Bad segment, Barrett.
No, I think it's going to get popular.
I don't even... It's all cheap heat. He doesn't even say anything. It's just like, yo, football team is bad.
He has a gavel now. He asks for decorum. I think we're going to get something here.
If it was actually funny, or like it was actually bad news to anyone other than like the fans of Houston,
you take that back.
I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know. We'll see. You tell us if you like Bad News Barrett. I hate him. Hashtag Bad News Barrett.
I like it.
Dolph Ziggler took on Fandango.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Barrett.
You got an ugly face. Bad news, Barrett.
I got my finger stuck in me bum.
Bad news, Barrett. What if after everything he's just said, he's just like, bad news, Barrett?
Show just gave the knockout to Goldust, and then they ended it with the splash. That's a good combo. I
love it.
We're going to see that in WWE 15, 2K15. Old Dust. He's
Old Dust.
He's good.
Yeah, he is good. Bad news, Barrett. You're old.
I want to kiss him.
Our next one. Let that linger. Our next match was Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango in a rematch from the pre-show of TLC. This one,
Mrs. Fandango.
Ms. Fandango wins. Ziggler wins with a fruit roll-up. I thought it was a solid match. Nothing special.
Yeah, it was your favorite fruit roll-up trope.
Yep.
I was happy to see that. Summer Rae, her pink dress matched Ziggler's black and pink tights. Good to see Dolph get that win after losing the night before in the pre-show match. Which match was better to you, the pre-show match or
I didn't see the pre-show match. I was coming from work. Yep, I missed.
That's right.
That's
and Fish really couldn't give us any analysis.
No, he's like, they wrestled.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Skittles. Yum.
I was Snapchatting.
And then how about Fish?
Skittles.
How about Fish going on and on? I didn't think about this until after the show. Going on and on how he's got these glass bottles of beer in his car. Mm-hmm. And then he calls his dad an idiot. So, my dad's an idiot. Like, really? Because there's glass bottles of beer in your car? Isn't Fish like 19 years old?
Yes.
What in the hell is wrong with him? What is wrong with you, Fish? I hope you're listening to this.
Bad news, Barrett.
Yeah, clean up that attitude.
You're going to jail.
And then, what was that Santino photo? Was that Fish? And you just wrote Santino?
No, he Snapchatted it to me. And I took a screenshot and sent it to you guys. I was gonna put it out on our Facebook.
Look, I have a question. I'm not 14. Should I get Snapchat?
Snapchat's pretty fun.
Okay, like what do you do?
You take a photo of something, you can draw on it, you can write on it, and you send it, and it's gone in like 8 seconds, unless you take.
And don't you get notified if it's a screen? If somebody screen caps it? And how do they tell you that?
It literally just says it gives you a push notice, like someone or so and so took that screenshot.
It's funny.
It's fun. I only do it with pretty girls and stuff, and fish.
Oh, good.
Our next match was Real Americans taking on Big Henry Langston. I was trying to give them a name too.
I like him.
Big Henry. I was trying to do like Big Henry, like E. I don't know. Big Henry.
I think it'd just be called Big Dudes or something.
Just big dudes.
Or just Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc.
Huh? I think we got something.
Monsters, Inc.
I like that.
They should call them the Lion King.
I just sent this fish photo to Shane.
Nice. He'll like it.
Yeah.
Well, I had taken a photo of myself with a white T-shirt, and I drew knees to faces on it, and I sent it to him, and that's what he sent back to me, Santino.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where was that? Real Americans took on Big Henry Langston. Love Mark Henry's Junkyard Dog headbutts, by the way. Yeah. I love that homage. Not a lot of people, younger fans are going to understand what he's doing, but it's awesome. Big E hits his big ending on Cesaro to win the match. I thought it was a really good match.
I love it. I love Langston and Henry together. I'm not a big Mark Henry good guy. I'd like to see him as the badass who wanted to destroy Cena.
Yeah.
But they make a good team.
They do.
And I can't help but say Jack Swagger's looked good in recent months. He has.
It's probably the haircut.
It might be. It might be. But Cesaro took the loss again. But, I don't care. Cesaro's awesome.
It doesn't hurt him because
I think
the way they lost.
Well, and I think they're doing it for a reason. This is an easy way to make him the good guy when they do split, because Swagger and Coulter might blame him. You're not a real American.
Yeah.
You're a weakling.
Yeah. You took her jab.
The only thing is, as much as I love to see Zeb Coulter's evil, sad face when they lose, I like seeing his evil, happy face when they win.
It's like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
Rootin' and stupidness. Tons of Funk took on Ryback and Raxel. I don't know why. Xavier and R-Truth were on the mic. Ryback shell shocks Sweet Tea, and then Ryback gets a pin. Brodus then attacks Sweet Tea following the match with numerous splashes. Trish? Oh, Truth. It must have auto-corrected me.
Xavier Woods and Trish
Truth and Woods get into the ring and dance with the Funkadactyls afterwards. So the breakup is complete, it looks like. Finally.
Yeah, and I'm a little bothered by the Funkadactyls not being more upset that Tensai and Brodus split.
Yeah.
But they're like, we'll just
dance with these other guys now.
We'll dance with you guys.
Typical girls.
Or as Zach McKinnon would say, Randy Moss and R-Truth.
Yeah. I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all. Next up, we had CM Punk.
CM Punk.
CM Punk comes out, talks about beating the Shield, and how he can't shake the feeling that Triple H is still trying to sweep him under the rug. He calls out Triple H, wants him to come out, wants to see him face to face. Waits for a while, gets on the top rope. Crowd starts chanting CM Punk, and HBK's music hits. And I was like, what? I was excited about this.
Yeah, I bet you were. It was pretty cool, and I don't want to say I didn't see it coming, but I I expected it to be Triple H. I expected him to have some kind of encounter with Triple H.
Yeah. HBK, I didn't even know he was going to be there, so that was cool. You know, it's always good to see HBK. I love HBK. HBK says CM Punk needs to get over his issues with Hunter. It's clobbering time!
But no, he even said it's not clobbering time yet.
It's not?
That's what he said right there. It's not clobbering time.
Not yet. Tomorrow. That Danny Bryan fan sure is happy to see him.
What about that guy with the Mark Henry fan sign? That time that Mark Henry was retiring. I'm using air quotes on
Mark Henry fan?
Radio. Remember that guy standing there? It looked like they just handed him the sign.
Oh, really? That's sad. Red delicious all over. Or what is it? What is it?
All red everything?
Everything, yeah. Her one sign.
Gosh, she sucks. She's so bad. Like, she looks like she's not even there. Like, she looks like she's looking through...
She looks like she's performing on SNL.
She's all glossy-eyed.
Where she's, like, reading a cardboard thing, like, behind the people she's talking to.
She has no charisma. She's so stiff. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah. I would still like to see her on a date with me.
You'd like to date her?
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, like... if you had to narrow down the list of women you date to the women who can actually function and wrestle in a ring, you only have a few people.
I could date, like, Tamina Snuka. AJ.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. I'd date her hard.
What about Caitlyn? Caitlyn is so underrated right now.
Why isn't she in the ring?
I don't know. She's being all hot somewhere else.
Yeah. So HBK and CM Punk are in the ring. HBK says he needs to get over his issues with Hunter, because guess what? HBK is a guy who super kicked him last Monday.
Yeah.
One more match chance. Go out, and I'm like, yes, please. I want to see.
And then Punk totally nails it.
He's like, guys, I have like more than one match left, so you can stop chanting, basically.
And HB Shizzle started laughing.
Just cracks up.
He started LOLing.
He lolled. Punk says if HBK ever tries to kick him again, he will get kicked back. HBK says the kick pained him more than it pained CM Punk, and that what he's about to do pains him more than it pains CM Punk, and that's when the Shield music hits. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And like, let's get it on.
Yeah.
And then we had your classic WWE app. You pick it. Mm-hmm. Who do you want to see him face? The Usos, which of course are going to win.
No, who do you want to see him partner with?
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Usos, the Primetime Players. What was the other choice? Los Matadors.
Los Matadors.
I picked Primetime Players.
Primetime Players.
One, because I knew they wouldn't win. Two, because I would have loved to see them team up with Punk instead of the Usos.
That's been interesting.
But
the Usos, of course, win. If I say ooh, you say oh. Ooh.
So's.
I'm on top. Alright. I feel like we sing a lot now.
We do.
Yeah, it's good. I like singing. So the Shield and CM Punk took on, I'm sorry, the Shield took on CM Punk and the Usos. Roman Reigns' eye did look legit, like, beat up from TLC, which we spotted during Sunday night.
And I missed that. I was not present for that match.
You weren't?
No.
Okay.
I came in right after that match ended.
You should have watched that match.
No, I take that back. Was the AJ match after that match?
I can't remember.
Because I missed, AJ Natty was the third match, and I missed that one. I just walked in, because you're like, you just missed the best women's match possibly ever.
I don't know about ever, but
that's what you said.
In a long, long time. I might have said it at the moment. I was hopped up on Mountain Dew.
I can forgive you. I understand. I've been there.
Punk hits his GTS on Dean Ambrose, but then gets hit by Roman Reigns' spear and is pinned in the ring. Reigns was a legal man. Punk didn't realize that Ambrose had tagged, so that's all that happened. I like that CM Punk got the pin. Was pinned. It pushes Reigns as it's the most protected finisher in wrestling right now. We've seen people kick out of CM Punk's, we've seen people kick out of The Undertaker's tombstone, Cena's AA, The Rock's rock bottom. Have you ever seen someone kick out of a Roman Reigns spear?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not this early.
Yeah. So I like that a lot. Yeah. Did you like the match?
I did.
Good.
A good 3-man match. I'm sorry, 3-man match. 3-on-3 match, which we have in the background right now. And anytime the Shield fight, it's good.
Yeah. God.
Me like it. Why do you have to step on my touchdown? Just kidding.
Because I'm a usurper. Natalya and the Bella Twins took on AJ, Tamina, and Alicia. I'm still shocked that...
And Nikki Bella got her face removed from her body.
Yes, I'm going to talk about that.
Why
is Alicia Fox still on the roster?
I don't know. And she's a person who they just stick with whoever needs a partner each week. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad.
I'm always surprised when I see her I'm like, oh yeah, she's still around.
Yeah, she must be well liked. I don't know. I'm not going to complain. I like her. Yeah, she might not be a terrific wrestler, but I don't think she also gets a lot of opportunities. Yeah, although she is a former Divas champion.
Really?
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she had the title. I'm gonna look at. I think she had during the Kelly era. I think she had the title.
That was a rough era. It was an okay match. Nikki goes for the torture rack kind of thing that she does now, and was super kicked to hell by Tamina, and just there you go. And Tamina just took her head off.
Oh man, it was
great. It was awesome. Well, and she was legit bleeding, I believe. she held her nose for the rest of the match.
Yeah, and I saw someone on Twitter bring up a good point. They said, good thing she kept covered up because there'd be all kinds of screen captures and memes and all that. So it was probably smart of her to do that.
Yeah. So AJ gets a pin on Nikki after Tamina's super kick, and they get the win. Next up, we had our main event, and this was awesome. I loved every minute of it. Daniel Bryan take on Randy Orton. It had everything. It had submissions. I love the acting from Randy Orton when Daniel Bryan, I think Orton went for a roll up, and Daniel Bryan reversed it into the yes lock. Mm-hmm. And the acting on Orton, where he's like, "Oh crap!" He realized he's messed up, and he's frantically trying to get to the ropes. I loved it.
Was that when he scooped Bryan up with his other arm and dragged him?
I think so. Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, was cool. But you could see fear in his eyes, "Oh crap! I've messed. I've made a huge mistake." I thought that was great. Daniel Bryan diving to the outside and Orton going out of the way and pushing him to the ground. It looked painful.
That was a fun match. That got the old "this is awesome."
It was awesome.
I thought we might see Brock Lesnar.
Really?
Because during the match, or right before the match, Paul Heyman tweeted that he had a stimulating conversation with Brock Lesnar about WWE World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton.
True.
And so I was thinking we'd have a Brock Lesnar interference, or we would have a Cena heel turn. And there was a third one that I'm forgetting right now. Oh, a Wyatt invasion. I thought one of those things would happen in that match. But say what you want about Orton, I like when he fights Bryan.
Yeah.
I enjoy their matches all the time. And if you remember, the night that match was stopped because Bryan got hurt.
Yeah.
And they had to have a match on SmackDown. And he beat Orton in was it no holds barred match? I think it was, because he beat him by having him put in the yes lock with a kendo stick.
With a kendo stick.
And Orton
that was a great match.
That was awesome. And every time, even their pay-per-view matches were good.
True. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to see that match quite a few more times. But excuse me. was a great match.
I just don't know what the play is. I mean, if they're not going to do anything differently with Cena, then okay, he's this great good guy that puts other people ahead of himself. But why would he do that? For the sake of the storyline, why would he do that? Like, oh yeah, this guy, you give this guy a chance. Because as soon as he came out there, I thought, oh, he's going to give Bryan an attitude adjustment. But then I realized that will never happen.
Yeah, well, Orton was just disqualified from the match for giving a low blow when it looked like Daniel Bryan was getting the upper hand on him. Afterwards, Cena did come running down to try and help Bryan, and he like pushed Orton out of the ring or whatever. Tries to get Daniel Bryan up, and he turns around and gets hit by an RKO, and then Orton stands above them with both titles as we go off the air. I just like the whole last 25 minutes of Raw. I thought it was really, really well done.
Same here. I wish I could disagree with you so we could go on and on, but no, it was well done. I was actually disappointed that they went off the air when they did, because I was having so much fun for that last 25 to half hour that it was kind of sad that it was ending like that. I wanted to see some kind of swerve or some kind of big news, but it was fun to watch.
I think they're saving the big swerve for soon.
You have to. I mean, because you have to build toward the Rumble. You have to build toward Mania. And I mean, think about now. We touched on it a little bit last week, but it's going to be an exciting 4 months of wrestling for us as fans, especially you going to Mania. But we have my favorite pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble. We have Elimination Chamber the next month, where we will be in person, and we'll get to run into some other friends there, and do some podcasting there. I can't wait. And then you've got Mania. I mean, and all that build up.
I feel like the road to WrestleMania started.
It has.
Yeah. So tell us what you thought about Raw. I really liked Raw. There was never a point where I was just like, oh god, Santino's taking on Khali, or and I think with the returns that are going to be coming soon, I'm sure Mr. Jericho Hall, I got my Jericho shirt on, will be coming soon. He's been teasing it. He's been Jericho trolling on Twitter lately, and Brock Lesnar's bound to come back. Undertaker, we could see Goldberg.
There we go. 51:32 here. You add the intro to the show, roughly 53 minutes.
53 minutes. That's pretty good for me. Held out for a long time. Possibly Goldberg, possibly Hulk Hogan.
Thank you.
Goldberg.
More like Ghostberg.
What's it?
5 people will know what I'm talking about.
Whatever. But yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. It's just the build to Mania. When every week you're like, oh crap, so-and-so is back, or, this is going to be awesome. And I remember what got me back into wrestling after all those years, it was when I heard The Rock was back. And I tuned in, and I'm like, and it wasn't even The Rock. Like, I'd heard he was going to be on, so I turned it, and I see The Undertaker face-to-face with Triple H and Shawn Michaels standing there. I remember, that was the first Raw I tuned into after so many years. And I'm like, holy crap. What is going on? Like, The Undertaker? I didn't even know he was still wrestling, honestly. And that whole dynamic where Shawn Michaels is saying, like, Hunter, you can't beat him. Oh, it was great. That was a great build. And then with The Rock coming back and the Miz stuff was actually pretty good, with the interactions with The Rock and Cena. That was a really good build to WrestleMania 27. And that got me back into it. So, enjoy it. The big returns are coming. Favorite time of the year.
Can't wait. Right now, I'm going to tweet out from our Immortals PCast handle. What match do you want to see at Mania? What match do you want to see, whether it be a realistic match that's going to happen for sure, and by for sure I mean that current guys on the roster, whether it's, I want to see Daniel Bryan and CM Punk fight for the WWE title, or who do you want to come back? Do you want to see Jericho versus somebody, or do you want to see Brock versus Undertaker? Do you want to see Goldberg versus Stone Cold Steve Austin? Whatever. You let us know what kind of match you want to see at WrestleMania 30, and we will retweet those and tell us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Podcast of the Immortals, or just search for Podcast of the Immortals. And I don't know, you got anything else, Midbar?
Just our, Twitter and normal stuff.
At Immortals PCast, at Jimmy Bellamy, at 97Bush, BUSCH. We want to thank Wrestle News, WrestleNews.com, Wrestle News with a Z, at Wrestle News on Twitter. And we want to thank you guys for what's been an awesome 2013. And we've got a couple more shows. We'll have some nice shows ahead of time for Christmas Eve and for New Year's. We will record after Raw for the next 2 Mondays, so you'll get it on that night or early Tuesday, and that way you can have it for Christmas Eve and you'll have it for New Year's Eve.
So you can if you're stuck with like your in-laws, you want to get away for a while.
Yeah.
Tune in, get a little wrestling news.
Or you can't sleep because you're so excited Santa Claus is going to come. Lay in bed, listen to us. When it gets done, listen to us again. And I think we'll have some fun shows, and we'll have some cool stuff to talk about on episodes 54 and 55. Because today, episode 53.
Oh, yeah.
53 episodes.
83.
Man. That's a year plus worth if we were to do it once a week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every week.
We're going to have to put out like a commemorative DVD.
Yeah, we'll
monetize it.
We'll have a Pody 20. We'll put out our favorite 20 episodes.
Yeah.
You like that? Pody? P-O-T-I?
Yeah, P-O-T-I.
Like former NHLer Tom Pody?
Yeah.
Touchdown Tom Pody?
Yeah. Okay.
I think I just got hit. I think I just got hit by the tired bug. In that second that we paused.
Yep. But we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you for sure.
Bye. Peace.
See our Wilder doing.